First thing first, is Karen a slur?
Karen a slur?
Or the Karen.
I bang with all my Karens.
Yo, shout out to all my Karens, you heard?
You know what I'm saying?
Real Karens only.
All my little young Karens out in the streets wilding. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
All my Karens with attitude.
You know what I mean?
They out there. You know what I mean?
Big up all my Karens locked down.
You can't use the hard N at the end of
Karen.
Yeah,
no, you gotta be like Karen.
You know?
Karen.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Karen a slur. Wow.
I mean, do you think Judy is a slur? I feel like for Mero, Judy is a slur.
Judy's a slur? What is that? Well, I mean,
Karen, Judy is your Karen.
Wow, that's true.
Yo, I feel like Karens are typically more annoying than Judy's. Like Judy's, like at least there's no song about there's no Hey Karen. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There is a Hey Jude. You know?
That's the Beatles song?
I think so. I hope so. I was gonna say the Rolling Stones. I was like, oh, white people band.
It's like Wings or Eagles or somebody.
Something like that. Yeah. White Snake, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't fuck with that.
Well?
No. Musicals only.
There you go.
Okay, so whatever. Happy almost Passover to both of you.
We're out here.
Happy almost Passover to you as well.
Yes, my sister.
What are you doing for Seder?
A lot of nothing, because you can't go anywhere, and the whole, you know, the whole purpose is that it's like, you know, everybody gets together, and you know, the Haggadah, and we all eat and talk and then whatever. But it's like. I suggested that we do it like via Zoom, and Heather was like, "Are you gonna cook, motherfucker? Because there's 28 dishes that have to be prepared, and do you have brisket? Are you gonna pull brisket out of your ass?" So,
what are you doing for Seder, Julia?
I'm doing a Zoom Seder.
You're doing a Zoom Seder. Shoot me an invite. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so wait,
seriously.
How does the Zoom Seder work? Like, does each person get an email about what they got to cook, and then you hold it up to the camera or something, or you just eat whatever?
I think you eat whatever, because no one's really been able to shop, I feel like, right?
True.
Like,
so if you wanted, you could pull up to the Zoom Seder with like a bag of chips and some tuna fish?
Yeah.
Yes. Which is actually kosher for Passover, right?
You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't be cool if you had like bread and you just you like Zoom bomb with bread.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Oh,
yeah, no.
so if I want to ruin a Zoom Seder, I Zoom bomb images of bread.
Yeah.
Just okay.
Coming like, yo,
that's a hate crime.
Yeah, like, yo, focaccia, yo, hold that.
That's a very modest hate crime. Like, Hey, take some of this bread, you. Yeah.
What about Easter? Isn't Easter coming up too?
Well,
Easter's coming up, and you know what? The thing is, Jamaicans, we do this thing where we get a Jamaican spice bun. Ooh. And it's like, you eat that with cheese, but the thing is, you can't get it. Now, I usually go to a bakery, you put your order in early, and I couldn't do that, and I just looked on Amazon. It's going for $50 for Jamaican spice bun. No. And I know how I could make it, but I went to the supermarket and they didn't have most of the recipes, so can't do it. No spice bun this season. Sorry. If you're watching this, don't send me no food. Don't send me no food. No, I don't trust you.
No, and
just gotta get a spice bun from some random person.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think so. Not during the Rona.
No, that's not safe.
Easter egg hunt is canceled as well.
Oh man.
Yeah. Unless they do it, it's kind of boring.
You could do it through Zoom, right? Like.
Ooh, how would you do an Easter egg?
I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, everybody just buy 20 iPhones for everybody. Yo, log in right now. I just gotta hide them in the trash.
You gotta talk about your new background.
My new background.
Tell us.
The theme is bloody shoes. Mm-hmm. So I got all red sneakers for the background for
love it.
Today.
Is this gonna change with every episode?
We're gonna try. It took me almost 4 hours to do this, so I don't know if I can promise that.
I mean,
because I had to like shift stuff around, and then I don't always the sneakers aren't necessarily in their right boxes. So just because it says on the side that there's red sneakers in this shoebox, that might not necessarily be the case. So I have to open everyone to find a bunch of reds. But I've been doing some planning. I got the next episode's team ready as well. So, you guys will see surprise. Gotta give you guys a little something in the background to look at.
Okay.
And Miro, what's your plan to spice things up?
Just like maybe like some statues or some shit. Maybe I'll start sculpting. You know what I mean? Because people got time on their hands. So like maybe you might see me down here with a little pottery wheel, just me and like Patrick Swayze getting it in.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love that.
I mean,
you could tag those doors.
I could, and then Heather would fucking kill me. I'd be like, she would just hear like, and just like bust through like 2 floors of the house and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? I have to call somebody to paint that. We don't have that color anymore."
Okay, so what would you like to talk about? Do you want hot goss right now? Is it time?
You know what? Can we get some lukewarm goss?
Yes, I have lukewarm goss for you.
Okay.
Here we go.
Lukewarm goss, lukewarm goss, lukewarm goss, lukewarm goss.
Peloton cancels live classes after employee tests positive for coronavirus. Shit is getting real.
I hope that, that employee is fine, but you know what? All you Peloton people, don't worry. There's like 1,000 saved classes. You'll be all right.
Yo.
Now, you have a Peloton. Do you both have Pelotons or just one?
No, I walk past the Peloton store every day. Hi, and I'm like, maybe. And then I'm like, nah. But, now that now it's catching on, I feel like it's like I have to. Or else I'm like, not cool.
Do you ride
I got mine before before all the stay at home stuff happened. And it was like a very spur of the moment. I was like, at night, the ad just kept coming on. I was like, what's the worst? I'll get it. Maybe I'll use it once. I have used it every day since I bought it.
Wow. Is it boring?
Sometimes I use,
Is it boring?
It is not. I'm going to sound like an ad. It's probably one of the most exciting things I've ever purchased in my life. When I wake up, my whole day is based around getting a chance to get on that bike.
Yo.
Wow.
Fam, when I finish the rides, like, and now this is going to sound crazy. Sometimes I finish the rides and I was like, that was better than sex.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Because they talk to you while you're on it, and like they're like, yo, you chose to get on the bike. You took time for yourself. Sometimes they curse. They'll be like, you are the fucking man. You be on the bike. Like, yes, I'm the fucking man. Let's fucking go. And I love that I'm doing that, and some housewife in Iowa is probably doing that at the same time. You know what I'm saying? We linked. Peloton.
Wow.
Yo, that's wild.
I'm so impressed.
I don't know it was that deep.
Listen. And then it also gives you little awards. So it's like, you've been active for a week. You've been active for a month. Like, you get little stars and stuff. And then it'll be like, yo, on this ride, you did better than you've done on any ride before. I got that yesterday. Fam, I almost jumped off the roof. I was like, let's go. And I know my neighbors think I'm insane because like the music, sometimes they'll have like heavy metal. Sometimes they'll have like, Lana Del Rey, and I'm just in there cursing like, let's fucking go, let's get it, like, and I'm dripping with sweat. It's good stuff.
I feel like if I got one of those, it would be used by everybody. Do other people use it in your place, or just you?
Just you. Well, you can have other people can have a login though, but then you need special shoes for it, and like
it's a lot.
Do you have shoes?
You have to have spinning shoes that lock into the bike. You can't just get on there on some Air Force Ones. Like, what is this? Is this not a democracy? Come on.
I mean, it's not.
You think you could just walk to the Peloton studios in Hudson Yards with some Timbs and grace a bike? I think not. You have to have standards.
I'm going in there barefoot. I mean, can they tell though? Like, can they instruct them? Be like, yo, you don't got your shoes on, B? Like, is there like a sensor or something that lets you know? Like,
the fact that when you get on the bike, it's like it clicks in, so you hear 2 loud clicks. They're like clicking when you get on the bike. But also you would see, because you can't ride the pedals don't really work with regular sneakers. Like it won't lock in, and the way it starts going.
You know,
it's like a scam.
It's not a scam. No, it's not a scam. How is getting healthy a scam?
No, is it so not a scam per se, but like the equivalent of like Apple being like, yo, you got to get this dongle to rock out with this. Yes. You know what I mean? Where it's not like really a scam, but it's kind of like, yo.
Because if you go to a spinning class, you'd have to get spinning sneakers anyway.
Right.
But the sneakers don't necessarily have to come from Peloton. You can get any sneakers that lock in.
So you can get some like swaggy shit, like you can get like Versace Peloton sneakers.
No, they don't.
They don't make those.
You might make them custom.
The spinning shoes are so expensive, fam. Like, I've got mad sneakers, but those sneakers, they were like $300 or some shit like that. Like,
are they going to be displayed in your cabinet next week?
No. sad to say, I'm making a little nook for the Peloton, for the towel and the water bottle and the sneakers. You know, I gotta have my stuff. The little sound bar, my little Nutrigrain bars, so I can get a little quick pick me up between my HIIT workouts.
What kind of socks? What kind of socks do you have to wear with a Peloton sneaker? Like a high sock?
You can wear any sock. You can wear any sock.
No show?
I usually wear the no shows, the little Nike joints. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Nothing fancy.
It's like get healthy. Okay.
Miro, I think you need a signature thing. Maybe do you want to get into like
I just lift. There's like paint buckets in there. I put them all in. There's like 10 paint buckets right back there that you can't see. They're off camera.
He's doing the Home Depot. Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna come back. My shoulders are gonna be up to my ears. It's gonna be wild.
Get highbrow and lowbrow workouts. I love it.
That's what you get on the show: highbrow and lowbrow. And a lot of dick jokes.
And a lot of dick jokes.
No more live classes, which kind of sucks. The live class is a little intimidating though, because like they can see you and they'll like yell at you if you're not doing well, but they try not to yell at you. They just
is it like a Zoom where you can see the other people in the class? Like, yo, Beth is crushing you right now.
Well, there's a leaderboard on the side, so you can see who's right. Like it tells everyone that's ever rode there, and it tells you like your numbers, and then you can see who's riding at the same time as you. So,
oh shit.
Miro, is there a leaderboard for the paint bucket?
For the paint bucket, I'm number 1. Miro Jr. is like a distant second. You know what I'm saying? But Heather's catching up. She's gaining ground on me. You know what I mean? She's using the 5-gallon paint buckets too. Like she's going super
little
hard.
joints. The pints.
Okay, hot goss time.
Yeah.
Hot goss.
Okay, Alec Baldwin and his wife are about to have their 5th kid.
Wow. Is he gonna call it a pig?
Maybe.
How old is she?
She's 36 and he is 62.
Wow. So I mean, that's okay. All right. I'm 36. So
Is that their 5th kid together or?
Yes. He has Ireland with Kim Basinger.
Yeah.
That's the one that he called the pig, the rude, thoughtless little pig. And then they have Carmen, Raphael, Leonardo, and Romeo together.
Okay. When are they gonna make
weird ass names?
Macbeth and the other Shakespearean names? Like how do they come up with these? Who is Alec Baldwin naming his kids?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So wait, why is this Goss if they're married?
Because it's a 5th kid and it's Ilaria Baldwin.
They've done this 4 times. Like the 5th kid. If don't invite me to your 5th kid's baby shower, nigga. Nobody care after this.
You're not supposed to. You don't have a baby shower after. After the kid. This is the thing. This is baby shower rules. If you have a kid, the first baby shower is epic. If the next, like, let's say, okay, boom, first kid's a boy. All right, cool. We're gonna do your baby shower. Second kid's a boy. I don't know if it's a baby shower. You have a girl, then you have to have a baby shower. That's how we did it. My 3rd son had no baby shower whatsoever. He doesn't know, he doesn't care, and we're not going to talk about it.
Like, don't you think 5 is a lot?
Bring that up. 5 a lot, kids?
Yeah.
It is if he was like broke, but he's got money. He could he's good.
You know what it is? Like I said this shit a long time ago, but it's like celebrity parents are like not really parenting their kid. You know what I mean? Like you're not like Alec Baldwin is not sitting down doing math homework with his kids. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like it's like Stacey Ann, you know what I mean, the nanny who's like sitting down and doing arithmetic.
Yeah, like he's not changing diapers.
No. Alec Baldwin is not getting wet shit on his hands.
That's pretty fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless he paid I was gonna make a dirty joke.
Hey! Suits your boys.
Shout out to 5 kids. He's like out here banging it up.
Yeah, he's wilding.
So she used to teach yoga.
Oh, see?
Oh,
there you go. 5 kids. Get ready for 2 more.
I took a yoga class with her once.
Really?
How was it?
Yeah, it was right after they got engaged. And she was like, please, no cameras. Turn off your cameras. And everyone's like, we don't have cameras. We're here for yoga.
Yeah, we don't care that you're married.
Does she still do yoga or is she like retired now?
She does like yoga poses of the day on Instagram where it's just like, that kind of
stuff. Listen, we got in trouble with DJ Henry for making statements. But I'm gonna chill.
All right, we'll move on to someone way less litigious.
Oh, my Shkreli is trying to use. He's trying to use a 6ix9ine defense. I got corona. Get me out of here. Combo Weinstein 6ix9ine defense. Okay.
How to get out of prison? Yeah, they should let everyone out of prison, but maybe he could stay because he's kind of a weasel.
Yeah, he's a
like,
dickhead.
He's a little annoying.
Like, if you went to jail for selling weed or like selling drugs or doing some stupid shit, like, let him out of jail. Why not? But this guy, he can stay.
So you think all like low-level offenders should be let out?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, if you got back for selling a bunch of weed, who cares? Like,
what about arsonists?
That's a good question.
Yeah, wow.
We have to ask that's a case by case basis because if it's just like, what if it was like compassionate arsonist? What if it was like someone they were setting fires to make more work for the local fire department?
Oh,
okay. You didn't think about that. Oh. What about someone who starts a fire to feed their family? You guys don't think about these.
What if they want to do something like urban camping? Accidentally start a fire.
Mm-hmm.
What if let me see. What if they that's all I got.
Yeah, there's only two.
I mean, there's two types of arsonists. There's like arsonists that like to burn shit. Like I just like to burn shit. And then there's like arsonists that are like, I'm going to burn this house down because I need the insurance money. So, it's
so that's case by case.
Yeah, it's case by case.
What about shoplifters? Should shoplifters?
Oh yeah,
shoplifters are pretty low offense. Yeah. Okay. What about
murderers?
I mean,
yeah, that's case by case.
Yeah, like why did you kill that person? Like, did you have a valid reason to kill that person? Yeah.
Is that a Quibi show?
Why'd you kill him?
You get to call it. That's our Quibi show. Our Quibi show is we show you an inmate. They plead their case, and then we have like a number that people can text in, and we decide.
If they should be let out for the quarantine.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And it's hosted by Chance the Rapper. And it's gonna be good. It's called I Love My Life.
I love my life.
Yes. Sold.
So listen, we can have it, because how long is a Quibi show? Like 4 or 5 minutes?
Yeah,
I think under 10. Yeah,
easy peasy.
Under 10.
You can even do a Twitter poll, man, and just like, yo, whatever happens, and then you get to.
This seems like a very convoluted way of getting people out of prison, but I feel like Trump would totally be down with it. He's like a new reality show. I'm with it.
Great show, great idea.
I'm the decider.
Amazing ratings. Do it.
All right, you guys want to start the show?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Time to start this show.